Hi, welcome back to One Divine Love. Today I am talking about something that comes up a lot on the twin flame journey, and that is money. Money is actually an energy and it is a form of love. So if you have blocks to your finances, then you also have a block to love, and this can manifest as a block in your twin flame union. And when you clear these blocks, not only will you benefit and release blocks in your own finances, but you will also be clearing blocks in your twin flame union. So I am Tamara from One Divine Love. I am a certified twin flames ascension coach, and I help people heal separation and come into harmonious union with their twin flame. One of the biggest myths in the spiritual community is this idea that spiritual people are supposed to be poor, that you aren't supposed to, have nice things or want nice things, and that you might feel guilty for having nice things if the person beside you doesn't. But being poor is not being more spiritual, and you don't need to be poor to be on your ascension path and to love God. God asks us to love ourselves, and to love ourselves is to love God. And being poor and struggling is not loving yourself. So we are not on earth just to do spiritual work. That saying, as above, so below. Like, you are meant to experience heaven on earth. So we are meant to materialize the spiritual and live an abundant life with God. And when we co-create a reality with our Creator, this is what we will manifest. You were created to be fully supported by God and for all your needs to be met by your Creator. So this includes your desire for love and a perfect partner, therefore your twin flame. But it also means that you need to be fully supported in how you live, and your wealth and your finances are a necessary part of that. If you're experiencing lack in your life, then there's likely a belief system underneath that says you're not worthy or you're not allowed to receive. So these particular blocks can be healed with the mirror exercise. And remembering the truth that you are worthy, that you are deserving of your abundance and your wealth as a divine being. And you are worthy of being fully supported. And you don't need to perform or prove your worth to receive from God. So you don't become abundant because you have money. It's like you are abundant because God is your source, and it's coming from a place of realizing that truth in your divinity, that allows you to manifest more abundance in your life. Your ability to receive money is deeply connected to your ability to receive love and to receive support, and to trust that you are not alone. So here's some things that you could reflect on right now. Do you feel safe receiving support from God and trusting that God will support you? What about from your divine masculine if you're a divine feminine? Do you trust that God is going to meet your needs, or are you really hyper independent and try to do everything yourself? Do you feel worthy of being abundant and successful? Do you value yourself and know that you are worthy of thriving and being successful? Do you hold on to any resentments or old beliefs and patterns about money that maybe you learned from your family, and these patterns don't support being abundant? Do you believe that you have to work really, really hard to get paid? So these are places that you could be blocked seeing your divinity and your value, and seeing that you are powerful, and therefore there are places that you are blocked receiving love. So therefore there are places that you're going to be blocked receiving your abundance. And to vibrate to the energy of harmonious twin flame union and the vibration of your financial abundance, you must allow yourself to be supported by God and see yourself as worthy of being fully abundant. But if you are chasing your twin flame, you know that you repel them, right? And so similarly, if you are chasing in a chasing energy with your finances, feeling it's like always out of reach, then you are not magnetic to your abundance. And on the twin flame journey, you learn that your twin flame is not your source of love, God is. Well, it's the same in your finances and your abundance. God is the source of your finances. So if you are working for a particular company, your real boss is God. And that's a good thing. It's God that moves through your employer. So if you want to go to God for absolutely everything, so for love, for support, and yes, your money and your finances too. And it's also a common misconception that if you want to be wealthy, that you are greedy. And that if you are wealthy, then you must have taken from someone else. But since God is everyone's source and God is unlimited, you are not taking from anyone else. Like this view that you or God is limited, that limiting belief, it can also result in limitations and lack in your finances. Since money is an energy, you can have energy leaks in your finances. And if you have an energy leak, you will see it reflected definitely in your finances. So you can ask God, where am I leaking my energy? And where am I leaking my energy in my finances? And he will definitely show you. So an energy leak could look like even overspending or under-earning, but it can also look like things like overgiving, like giving too much more than you're receiving, not valuing yourself. You can look at like not resting when you need to rest, not filling your cup, or trying to give from an empty cup. It could be even in toxic relationships, allowing someone to like basically be a thief of your joy. It could be about feeling guilty about having money. So to receive fully, you need to like fill your inner well. And that means developing a real relationship with God where you trust him as your source. And like he's your source, your best friend, your spiritual teacher, and he's your guide. And another point is when you are living your life purpose and you are sharing the gifts that God gave you, and God basically pays you for living your true purpose, and when you're honoring the gifts that he blessed you with. So that's why living your true life purpose and following your passions is another way to attract your twin flame, because you do actually share a purpose together. Gratitude is one of the most powerful vibrations for aligning with your abundance. So when you are feeling stuck in a lack mindset or worrying about money, you can like recognize this and then choose to shift your focus and make a gratitude list, or get in the habit of going through your day and be really grateful for everything that you're experiencing, like even the bed that you woke up in, or your home, or the food, or your morning coffee, even like the talents and the gifts that God has blessed you with, or even being grateful to being guided to these spiritual teachings that are helping you heal your union with your twin flame. And when it comes to spending, you want to ask God about everything. Like you want to go to God and say, is this where you want me to invest? Is this aligned with love? Because every dollar you spend has energy, and you want to really respect your energy and respect your money. That being said, it's also important to invest in yourself. So what is it that you really need to be fully supported in your life? So make a love list of everything that you need to be fully supported, and that's being in tune with your needs. So for example, what do you need for your home to be fully supported? So for example, for me, I need someone to help me with cleaning my home so that I can spend my energy doing other things like coaching and helping people heal their twin flame separation and creating videos to help people on their twin flame journey. So what about your diet and exercise? For me, I support myself with a gym membership, and I also love to have really healthy food, and I like to treat myself like with massages. Maybe, so what about you for your life purpose or your career? What do you need in these areas to be supported? And are you happy with your current job or your salary? Are you valuing yourself there? What do you need to be fully supported on your healing journey? Do you feel you have blocks to affording coaching or the support that you need to heal separation from your twin flame? Because God wants you to heal separation even more than you do. And he will always fully support your healing if you are truly choosing that. He will provide the finances and the support that's needed. So talk to God about that list and work on giving yourself those things so that you can feel fully supported on your day-to-day basis. You were created to live an abundant life in love with your twin flame, but also in wealth and abundance. And you were created to experience really perfection and heaven in all areas of your life. And you don't have to earn love. You don't have to prove yourself worthy of love or your abundance, because you're divine. It's just who you are. And it's true of your twin flame, but it's also true of your abundance. And this journey about aligning with your abundance is the same as aligning with your harmonious union. And in part, it is about trusting God and choosing to be open to receiving from God. And if you are interested in healing any of these blocks in your own abundance, I would love to support you. I have achieved real miracles in my finances by applying this work. And I would love to support you in doing the same. If you found this video helpful, please hit like, subscribe, or share. And I can also put a link to my website in the description, in the comments, if you happen to be interested in booking a coaching session. There's also an option to sign up for a really great free introductory course for twin flames, which is how I started on my journey. And when you sign up, you receive 50% off a 60-minute coaching session. And if you booked this, I would be able to guide you through healing these blocks in your abundance, in your finances, which also will impact, healing blocks in your twin flame union. So again, I am Tamara from One Divine Love. See you guys next time.